Hello friends, today I will present you with a new Model J for predicting the stock market with its superior performance. Hello, my name is Alon and my background is high-tech. I'm a high-tech veteran. I started to explore the cycles in the stock market 15 years ago, and I established Cycles Trader 5 years ago and rebuilt it last year to present you with my works of stock market prediction models based on a unique method that I developed, cycles analysis with deep AI. I'm not a trading advisor, and this is not a trading advice. So today I will present the performance of Model J on three different stocks, SPY, MA, and Coin, for the first 4 months of 2025, and also show you where you can find the verification on tens of other stocks in the website in cyclestrader.com. I'm now sharing the tools that I'm using. Okay, now let's start with SPY. So SPY looked like this at the beginning of the year, and here are the prediction models that I used uh, uh, starting from the beginning of January 2025. So there is the long model here. You can see that the long model is pointing on change of direction. That was enough for me to start and think about when I should come out of the market. Then there was what was the existing Model G marked here. This is the weekly cycle of the Model G, and this in blue also is the daily cycle of the G model. Now that was a very good trigger for me to get out of the market, expecting a downtrend for the whole year. And after a while, I realized this was not accurate enough. So let's put the hidden price back. And that's how this price behaved. And I noticed that this model was good in a long range, but in the short range, it was not accurate enough. And I suspected there was some kind of inverse around here, but I didn't see the earlier sign of some twist in the graph indicating that there should be some kind of an inverse. So I invested the last 4 months to develop the additional models. The first one was the U model in red here, which was signifying the uptrend from here to here and then down, but this down was too early, and this decline of the price was not represented in the model. I tried to use the inverse here, and it looked quite good around here, but I was not too sure. And then I developed the other model, Model J, which had an indication of an inverse, and you can see it around here. I will mark it with a yellow eclipse, which I do often to mark the suspected areas of the inverse. And here was the inverse. And if we use the inverse mode of this model, okay, we can see that it is very, very accurate. Okay, so I checked it on this price instrument and on others. Let's see the daily model of this Model J here. Okay, and we can see that it is very, very accurate, much, much more accurate than it used to be on Model G, the blue one. So there are a few questions here that we can raise. Is the model G is also inverse? Probably yes. If we use the inverse mode of the model G, it looks like it is accurate. The other question is, can we rely on the rest of this prediction period in order to trade? Well, that would need some additional running of the models from May to see that they are not inverse. After all, there have been already 4 months more of this model that was running here, presented here. Okay, let's switch to another case, the MA case. Okay, we can see that also in the MA case, let's hide the rest of the price here. That was the view on the start of the year. The long model shows, again, a decline sentiment overall on the annual period, and the model G indicated a strong downtrend here. Once the price began to reveal, I noticed that there's some kind of inverse around here, mid-January. I immediately noticed that something was wrong, even with the daily model of this G model. And I started to look for additional models. Here is the U model. And this U model indicates, again, a good correlation up to here. But again, here there is some kind of inverse indication. And so it is more accurate here. And then we can also flip it to here to see that it is accurate, but not accurate enough. Then I continued and developed the G model here, which shows exactly this point, which is the inverse point. So let's also indicate this one and use the inverse model here. Let's inverse it here, and we can see that with the inverse model here, it is very, very accurate. Superior performance here. Let's see how the daily model of the model J is performing, okay, on the inverse. And we can see here again that this is very, very accurate. Apparently, the blue model, the G model, also had to be used as inverse, but at that time, we did not have the right trigger to do that. Okay, again, a superior performance. And again, since these are inverse mode of these models, we need to rerun the models from May and see if they are still correlating with the price. Let's see the last example here, coin. And in coin, again, this is the view on starting of the year. This is the long model indicating a downtrend. This is the weekly model, which was present at the start of the year. And this is the price unfolding here. Seems like the blue model is okay in this case. And also the daily model of the blue model is quite good. Let's compare it with the J model here. J model is even more accurate. We can see that in this area alone, the price was going up while the blue showed a downtrend. And in this case, the new model J, which is Velvet, is showing the correct direction here and up to and the rest. Okay. Now, in this case, there is also a potential for inverse, which is indicated here, but in this case, there was no inverse. So it was just a potential indication. Let's see the daily mode of the J model here, and we can see how accurate it is. Now, again, can we rely on this model going forward? Probably yes, but better run the model again after 4 months and see if there is, again, the potential for inverse. Okay, so how can you see the other options of verifications and other stocks that I tested? Some of them are here. They are in the cyclestrader.com website, where you have a few options. First, you can see the website, how CycleStrader saved this woman. And you can also listen to the podcast describing the CycleStrader offering. Now, if you go to the blog, you can see that the newest post here is called a new model J. And here you can see the 27 price instruments that this model was verified on formally, in addition to other hundreds of tests that I made offline. Okay. Now, if you want to try, you can use this menu here, and you can ask for any stock for trial. And in the trial, you will get the performance of the model on the last few months with the inverse mode and with the right mode, so you can see the performance on a real price. Now, if you want to order the prediction for your own stocks, you can go here to order, and then you have focus for the next 2 months, focus for the next 3 months, and focus for the next 6 months ahead. Okay, thank you. I wish you have a great trading. Please like, subscribe, and share. Thank you.